everybody. How are you guys today? So I can't find my laptop, so I'm just going to have to go live today, and I don't have any viewers right now, so it is what it is. And I think I will be keeping this live feed up all day. Being that I have been away from you guys for quite some time. So let's get right into it. So today I am 26 weeks and 2 days pregnant. Little mama has grown a ton. So I know in my last update I said, I know in my last update I said something about if I have to get surgery, then I will let you guys know. So to hint on 23 weeks, because I don't think I really hit on 23 weeks in my last update. 22 weeks. I don't think I mentioned this. 22 weeks, that's when I got referred to my hernia specialist. And I had went to my appointment. So my surgery was 2 weeks ago. So I was referred at 22 weeks, but I ended up going to see my hernia specialist at 23 weeks and 2 days. And I also had an appointment week 24. So I had an OB appointment week 24. So basically week 23 I had my hernia specialist examination, and they ruled that I would have to have emergency surgery in regards to my hernia because it was just causing me so much pain. And I was just gonna wait until I had her to go ahead and get the surgery done and repair my hernia, but it had already gotten so big under the skin that it was putting me in so much unbearable pain. So therefore they just went on ahead and said, go ahead, let's do the surgery. So we went on ahead, and I was freaking out. Me and my husband was freaking out. Everybody was freaking out. And if I say I'm still recovering from surgery, so yeah. So we were all freaking out because, hey, I'm pregnant. I don't really think I want to get surgery while I'm pregnant. It was just so many things going through my head at that time. And so of course I talked to my OB. I called them that day. They called me back from my hernia specialist and say, look, we want to schedule this surgery for the following week. So would have been the 15th of November, which was a Wednesday. And so I went on ahead and I said yes to get the surgery done, and I had an epigastric hernia. And I was really scared and frightened because when you think of surgery and you think of pregnancy, I've already been through so much with miscarriages and things of that nature that I just didn't want to take any risk. But my OB reassured me that it was little to no harm to baby girl, so I just went ahead and got it done. So 24 weeks. So like I said, 23 weeks, it was just blur, fast paced, doc's appointments, school, everything felt like it was crumbling at that point. So 24 weeks, to recap back on 24 weeks. I had an appointment that Tuesday at my OB, the day before the surgery. I was 24 weeks and 2 days that day. And then, my OB checked baby, Baby was looking good. Heart rate was amazing for her. I can say this. Ever since I did have the surgery, I'm feeling more of her movements than I was before. She would move subtle movements then, but I'm guessing the hernia was in her way. So now she's moving a lot more than what I really expected from before. So OB checked her out, checked me out. Everything looked great. The only thing was I was just in so much unbearable pain. Hence me not coming on the update. My belly shots, and being that my belly was growing so big so fast, it will poke out. That's why I had stopped doing bare belly shots, because the hernia was just so, it was just so, you know, big and everything. And I don't know, I just stopped doing that. It just didn't look right. It looked uncomfortable to me. So the following day, you know, I called that Tuesday after my OB appointment. I also had to go to school Tuesday, and there was a lot of stuff that was going on for school. So let me recap and tell you guys about school. I had so many exams due. I had so many assignments due. I was afraid of missing too many classes, because after a certain number of classes that you miss, and this quarter I am taking a full load of 4 classes, and you can't miss like 3 consecutive days because you get academically withdrawn. And I was freaking out because, y'all, I'm passing all of my classes right now. So to get academically withdrawn and not being able to complete, that was one of my main priority focuses. So I ended up talking to my dean. I said, look, I'm having surgery. I was all over the place. So after that, I called and said, hey, you know, they told me to call after 4 to get what time I was supposed to be in the hospital to go to same day surgery. She told me I had to be there at 7:15, couldn't eat, couldn't drink past 12. So fast forward 24 weeks and 4 days pregnant on that Wednesday, the 15th of November, I went in to the hospital. Me and my husband, we got up early, and he took me to the hospital to go to same day surgery. You know, they got me prepped, they got my vitals, they listened to baby's heart rate, they was really monitoring baby and everything else. But here comes the kicker. So my family's in there, and you know, we trying to fellowship and, you know, lift my spirits up, because at this point I am hella nervous, like so nervous to the point where my mind is just everywhere. So I had seen all the doctors, I had seen all the nurses. So my phone got cut off because somebody decided to call me. Anyways, the only person I was waiting to meet was the anesthesiologist. So he finally shows up, and he comes in, and mind you, they had my records of how many miscarriages that I've had and everything. And the whole day, nobody really touched bases on my miscarriages. They knew about my miscarriages. They talked to me briefly, but never did they just come out blatantly and say, like, this guy, he did not have good bedside manners. And the thing about it is, my mom had the same surgery I had, but hers was just a little bit more intense because she had more hernias than I did. And me and her both had the same anesthesiologist. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm in good hands, blah, blah, blah. And, yeah. So he comes in and he's like, so I see here you've had multiple miscarriages. How many miscarriages have you had? I said 4. And this is your 5th pregnancy, and this will be your firstborn. I said yes. He's like, well, you have 50% chance that when you come out of surgery, your baby's going to be alive. And when I tell you that we lost it, we lost it. Okay, my family was trying to be strong. My husband, he was definitely trying to be strong, but he cried like a baby. Like, I'm not even going to sit here and joke. Like, who sits here and tells somebody that? And that was like minutes before I was wheeled to the back to go to the OR. Y'all, when I tell you, when they wheeled me off, I bust out crying because I am freaking out. Now I'm just to the point where I'm just freaking out. And so I get to the OR and they start putting the oxygen gas on me that kind of supposed to make you sleepy. And sister girl, she was not going to sleep. She definitely was not going to sleep at all. So after that, I just was like, you know what? It is what it is. I'm going to just try to keep calm. So they put the mask on me, everything, and I finally fall asleep. So I woke up. I'm freaking out. Like, please, somebody check my baby. I just want to hear my baby's heartbeat. They was like, oh, you have to wait for the orders. I said, I don't give a damn who I got to wait for. I need somebody to come in here, check my baby heart rate tones so I can hear her heartbeat, so I know everything's fine, so I can stop freaking the fuck out, trying to probably scaring my child. I want to, stop freaking out. So they finally come check her. And she's doing absolutely amazing. She's moving around. She's kicking. She's doing everything. And I'm in so much pain because she's moving and I just had surgery. Like, I'm just in pain. So that was 24 weeks. So everything was kind of hectic. And I missed 2 days of school. So I missed all 4 of my classes. So that I was just like, you know what? And by the 3rd time I had to go to school, I said, look, I need to make it a class. I was in so much pain, y'all, but I had to make it a class, turn in my work, all that. Finals is coming up. I ain't got time. She ain't got time to take these classes over. You heard me. So I'm trying to get those done the best way I can, that I know how. And that was that for week 24. 25, I did go back to class and everything. I wanted to go back to work, but everybody had their reservations about it. They told me, no, don't go back until you have your doc's appointment to check your incision. And they just didn't feel like it was a right time for me to go to work. So basically, this is just a update on basically me, because baby is totally fine. Nothing really happened in regards to like my pregnancy wise. It's just these is what's been happening in these couple of weeks that I have been missing. So now it's week 26. 25 was a blur. Like, all these past couple of weeks has been a blur because of the pain medicine and every which way. And that was another thing I was worried about. I was worried about the pain medicine and how would that affect my baby and everything else. Like, I was just freaking out for the utmost. But my next OB appointment will be December 11th. Today's appointment was my hernia specialist appointment for myself to check on my hernia and to make sure that I'm able to go back to work this weekend, which I am going to do because, sister girl, I can't do it. I can't do it. I was like really ready to go back to work last weekend, but everybody was like, oh, you just had surgery. I don't think that's a good idea. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to just listen and relax. I need to start pushing. It's the holiday season. I want to get stuff for me, want to get stuff for my husband, want to get stuff for my baby. We're getting ready to move to another apartment. We're going to still be in the same apartment complex. We just moving to an actually bigger apartment because this apartment is a lot. It's big enough for just me and him, but not big enough for me, him, and the baby, you know. And we wanted the baby to have her own room. You know, for the first couple months, she is going to sleep in our room, but eventually she's going to have to transition to her own room. So that is what's going on with that. And yeah, that's basically what's going on with that. And I'm just like, I'm ready. My baby shower is going to be December the 16th. I'm ready for that. Of course, I'm definitely most ready for that. Also, so he did tell me I can go back. He did tell me I'm healing up properly and everything else. So in my next update, I'll probably key in on like pregnancy wise for week 26. But more than likely, I probably won't, because like I said, these last couple of weeks have been a blur, and I don't feel like anything is really changing. I am getting sorry. I am getting bigger. That's the only thing to me that is changing, is that I'm getting bigger. And so my next appointment for my hernia specialist is December the 18th. And I'm excited. My next appointment with my OB will be my glucose testing. I'm trying to see if I'm going to start back doing every week updates. So I don't know yet. I don't know yet about that. But I will give you guys a belly shot. Give me 1 second. I'm going to give you guys a belly shot, and then I'm going to get out of your way. Yep, don't mind my food. Okay. It's from the side. It's from the front. And this is bare belly. This is my baby girl. Gotta hold on my leggings. This is my baby girl. And I'm not gonna do a front bare belly because of my scar right there. I'm still kind of getting used to my scar. So anyways, y'all, talk to you guys my next update. Hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I know I did. And talk to you guys later. Bye.